Welcome to a 57 Chevy video here on ShopDog-Garage. Been a little busy this week, so I haven't been working on the Camaro over to Harlan. So we're going to do a couple things. But one of the things he wants to do is get that in here. Really needs another set of hands doing it because there's a raised edge here that winds up inside this channel here. So we just got done cleaning that out, making sure there's, well, let me see if I can show you. See where that knife is? There's a channel here. It had goop and seam sealer and crap in it, so we got that all out. Yeah, you can see on this side how that normally looks. So gonna be a couple sets of hands to make this happen. So he's been waiting for me to get over here. So, and then I'm sure you remember he had to cut all that back for the wheel tubs, and it looks like he did a pretty good job there. And remember, this floor is getting changed, so don't worry about what you see there. We don't care about that. So as long as this is good, that'll work out pretty slick. Alright, we're ready to attack this. It's a little warmer in this room, so while this was heating up in here, we were playing with some belts on the 55. You know, you guys don't know that, but now you do. So, something to note. He already went ahead and punched a bazillion little holes in here with his fancy tool, so that when it's time to do rosettes to replicate spot welds, all that's there, and he doesn't have to play with the with that Blair cutter, that rotary cutter. So, just a nice little time-saving device on his side. And then an example of easier said than done. Getting here. I'm almost into that lip, but there's a lot up. But we are a little snug up front because obviously it's a spring fit. And obviously this isn't the order the factory built them. Okay. We've had to do minor trimming, but overall things are going together pretty good. We've had it almost fit once. There's a lot to getting all this channel lined up, but also being up high enough to clear that, but to be under that and to duck into that channel there. And oh, rain gutter as well. So that's part of putting them back together a different way than the factory did it. Oh, we're fighting the good fight here. Problem is, none of this here existed. It was all rusted away, so he's had to build that up enough to be stable enough. Remembering this quarter is getting changed, but he needs this to line up, and we're getting there. But there's been some work down in here, doing a little fighting there, and even a little fighting up front. So time for more clamps. Now keep in mind, this was all rusty bits. That's the good side over there. Remember that. So this is where we're at now. We did a pretty decent job of trying to guess where that was going to be, except right here. Kind of blew it here, but you know, that's welding. Pretty close here. Little dolly work. This came out pretty stinking nice, to the point where you can see where it used to lay from the factory. I don't know how they used to seal these. They must not have sealed these up all that well, considering this is literally the gutter for the window right here. So we got that lined in, and then we're not sure if we have this up at the right height yet, so there's a little work to do there. But you can see it's folding in here pretty good. So I think we're pretty close to what he wanted here. Doing some comparisons. We're gonna try to put some tension here, lift it up a little bit more, try to get this to seat a little better, and to get this channel to seat a little better. It's not terrible back there, so we're just going to put some tension on her and then play the loosen, tighten, clamp game. The other thing I think I'm going to do is make a tool real quick to measure this height differential here on that side. I don't think a couple fat guys are going to get it any better than that. So now this gets like this foamy thing. He had a piece of it around here somewhere, yeah. So when the quarter gets done, this like foam stuff went in there, and that's from the factory. That's how they did it, you know, just to keep, because it's such a long panel, you knew it was going to wave in the wind. but they didn't want to have something they had to weld. So it worked for quite a long time, like 70 years. So not going to argue with that. We've got this all lined up back here a lot better. He's got a little hammering work to do here, a little bit of cleanup there, a patch there. And honestly, as long as he gets a few spots to kind of hold everything rigid, it'll be real easy for him to line all that up once it's on the dolly. But I don't know how far he's got to get. Remembering, well, that's what it used to look like. So yeah, that should help him out quite a bit. Okay, we've been doing our comparison games, in fact even using them along level, and I think we've got this pretty close to where it needs to go. So now he's just got to get some of these spot welds done, and this will be pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and close out this 57 Chevy video. I know it's a little short, but you know, we're doing a couple things. And just wanted to keep everybody abreast of what's going on and show that it is still in progress. It's just been, you know, 50 other projects. I know he wanted the time working on the 55s, and that definitely is much, much closer to being done than this is. It is nice to have another shoebox to look at for things, but it's amazing how differently they're built. You know, things like this are totally different between them. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Just remember, ShopRex always says safety first.